evening, everyone, and welcome. Yes, our masquerade will begin in just under 30 minutes. And yes, there is, in fact, a real dessert dash. But also, I am here to tell you some exciting news, which is that the auction team has just released some additional items. So make sure you hit refresh in GiveSmart so that you can see all of the new items that have just been released. And I do want to remind you about that dessert dash. 3 very fortunate households will receive one of 3 incredible desserts. And Dev, how high to you? You could have dessert coming towards your house. The coconut cream pie, the chocolate raspberry cake, or the Macrina's autumn assortment. Each one will also be joined by full tilt ice cream. So it is a la mode all the way around. We'll be back in about 28 minutes to begin our masquerade. But check out those items and the dessert dash. We'll see you soon. Hello again. The masquerade will begin in approximately almost exactly 15 minutes. But right now, yes, go check out the pups in the costume contest. But also, make sure that you are checking on our dessert dash because 3 lucky people will have dessert dashing towards them this evening in just a few minutes. Right now, Carolyn, Claire, and Catherine are all in the lead on the various desserts. And just to be very clear for everyone, dessert number 1 is a coconut cream pie from Seattle restaurateur and legend, Mr. Tom Douglas. I'm sure you've heard of him. The second amazing dessert is a chocolate raspberry cake from Macrina. And the third dessert is an autumnal assortment from Macrina with a variety of yummy things. And each of our desserts will also be accompanied by Full Tilt ice cream, a carton of Full Tilt ice cream. So it is a la mode all the way around. And yes, Jacob, I agree with you. The coconut cream pie is one of my personal favorites. Whoa, Alex, nicely done on the raspberry cake. It could be coming to your house. Here's how this is going to work. We have drivers standing by. You make a bid on the dessert right now, and just at the beginning of our masquerade in just a few short minutes, we will be closing the dessert dash, and the drivers will dash towards you with dessert. So make sure you check it out. The Macrina's autumnal assortment. Ron, you're doing well. Claire, you're doing well. Catherine, nicely done. We'll be back in just a few short minutes. We're so glad to have you here at the Masquerade, a fall feast supporting Lifelong. See you soon. It's time to begin the Fall Feast Masquerade. And I just want you to know that we'll be co-hosting with this chicken and myself. And we are so grateful to have you here. Thank you so much for being here to support Lifelong. And the first thing that I must remind everyone about is the dessert dash. Because the drivers are standing by and waiting to dash towards you with dessert. Currently, they're going to be dashing towards Brett and Claire and Kristen. And if you would like them instead to be dashing towards you, you need to go into the dessert dash in GiveSmart, which is our auction software this evening. Make sure you are registered and logged in, and you can make a bid on one of 3 very delicious desserts, which will be coming towards you if you are the top bidder in just moments. So, just for those of you who are just joining us, there are 3 desserts. The first is the famous Tom Douglas coconut cream pie. The second is the equally famous chocolate raspberry cake from Macrina. And the third is the somewhat less famous, but about to be very famous, Macrina's autumnal assortment of delicacies. All 3 of them will be accompanied by a carton of full tilt ice cream, so it is a la mode any way you go. But if you want the way to go to be towards your house, then you've got to be the top bidder in just a few minutes, because we're going to close this in just a few minutes. So bid right now, because then we're going to send the drivers. Okay, while you are doing that, one small caveat. Because we are here gathering in the World Wide Web, where it is very possible that you are joining us from who knows where, and perhaps far away, desserts will only be delivered in the greater Seattle area. If you purchase the dessert from somewhere else, thank you for supporting Lifelong, and then tell us to whom we should deliver the dessert that is in the greater Seattle area if you're too far away. All right, so work on the desserts. Claire, you're doing well. Carolyn, you've got coconut cream, and Kristen's got the Macrina's autumnal assortment. And while that is happening, I want to introduce a person that we are very excited to be joining us this evening, because in March, she joined the Lifelong team and, of course, had to hit the ground running. She has been leading Lifelong throughout this pandemic, and her passion for our mission and her 18 years of experience building innovative health programs have helped so much. So, would you please welcome our incredible new Chief Executive Officer, Claire Neal, and her husband, Josh. Claire and Josh, welcome. How are you?
Thank you so much, Ian. It's really my pleasure to be able to welcome everyone on behalf of Lifelong to our very first virtual Fall Feast. I want to thank everyone for being here with us tonight. It really means so much to us to have you all here supporting Lifelong and our mission. When my husband Josh and I drove across the country with our family, we started out to begin our new life here, and I just remember being so excited about getting to know Lifelong's programs and getting to meet the team and learning more about the community here, and also being completely unaware of what was waiting for us just a couple of weeks away. I really don't have to tell all of you that this year has been just incredibly hard. COVID-19 has shined a bright spotlight on the cracks and failures in our system to care for those who really just need our help the most. And as an organization that's dedicated to improving health equity, we hear stories from people every single day who are having to make impossible decisions that no one should ever have to make. No one should be forced to choose whether they're going to have food on their table or be able to take their medicine or have a roof over their head or be able to go to the doctor's office. And yet that's what we continue to see every day. People are having to make these impossible choices. And that need is only growing due to COVID. But as somebody who is new to this community and coming in from outside, I just can't tell you how powerful and moving it has been to us to see how this community has responded to the crisis. What we've seen is that this is a community that doesn't back down, that doesn't step aside or wait for someone else to step in. This is a community that stands up when their friends and neighbors needs them, that comes forward and says, how can I help? And we've just seen that in such an amazing way at Lifelong. You all have been amazing. I mean, we've been able to increase our drivers from 30 to 100 in an incredibly short amount of time. And that's all because of the passion and dedication that you all have shown. We've been so moved by your commitment, and we couldn't be more proud to call this our new home. So tonight is all about our chance to celebrate you and to have some fun. We all need that fun right now. So I want to recognize our engagement team and Sage Fitzpatrick. They have worked so hard to create a night for all of us to enjoy, and they've had to be so flexible along the way. So I really hope that you all have a great time tonight. We're going to have a great party. Thank you again for being here, and thank you for all you do to help those who need our help the most. So enjoy a drink, everybody. Cheers. And back to you, Ian.
Thank you, Claire, so much. And Josh, thank you for your inspiring words. And yes, we're here to have some fun. And Claire, I have been noticing that you are currently in the lead on the dessert dash, the chocolate raspberry cake, which is wonderful. However, I want to say to all of the rest of you that Claire, as our new CEO, I am certain would prefer that you outbid her, because we are trying to raise funds for Lifelong right now and for food security. So it's okay, right, Claire? I'm sure you don't mind, right? I'm sure. In fact, I'll wager that Claire will actually thank you if you do outbid her. And I will tell you that right now is your final moment to make a bid in the dessert dash, because 1 minute from now, we are going to close the dessert dash so that the drivers can begin. No, Dev, no, we're raising funds. Okay, I mean, sure, Claire, but how about this? Someone who outbids Claire, potentially, you could eat half the cake. No, this is not COVID friendly. Never mind, in a different time. Okay, so in any case, if you would like, oh look, Claire is still working on it. If you want one of these three desserts, the coconut cream pie or the chocolate raspberry cake or the Macrina assortment, you have 45 seconds to make a bid right now. And then we are going to send the drivers off to deliver the dessert dash. So they will be dashing very soon. All right, if you want to make one last bid in the dessert dash, I highly recommend that you do it right now. You have to be in GiveSmart, which is our auction software. That's where people are bidding. And Claire is currently getting the raspberry cake, and Brett, you've got the coconut cream pie, and Kristen, you've got the autumn assortment. And of course, all of these come a la mode from Full Tilt Ice Cream, and we are so, so grateful to them. Oh, Sereno is now getting that chocolate raspberry cake. Claire, I'm gonna give you 20 more seconds. If you want it, oh, Bobby, if you want that coconut cream pie, Bobby, it's okay. Just come and be right here in the auction. Okay, you've got 10 seconds to go. Last chance. Oh, Claire came back. Sorry, Sereno. Claire really wants the cake, but Sereno, you're doing the right thing. Bobby, if you haven't yet gotten into GiveSmart, you've got about 5 seconds to do it, which, I mean, if you're not in, oh, Kristen wants that, the autumn assortment from Macrina. All right, you've got 4, 3, 2, last chance in the dessert dash, 1, and sold. Our dessert dash items are sold. And Claire, well done. Josh, maybe you were encouraging her, so congratulations to you as well. Wait! At the last second, Sereno jumped in. Oh no! Sereno got in at the last second. Claire, I'm so, you know what? This is all for Lifelong. Brett, you've got the coconut cream pie, and Kristen, you've got the Macrina's autumn assortment. Okay, congratulations to everyone. And don't worry, there's more live auction coming up. And in fact, the live auction is open right now, and you might want to be bidding on items in our live auction, as many people are. And I can tell you that people are, because like Alex, you've got that private rose garden dinner, and Tracy, you've got the romantic weekend, and Alex is also doing very well on the glass art. So if you'd like to make a bid in our live auction, here is the time. You have time to do it right now. And I just want to give you a couple of masquerade party suggestions, which is this. Well, I know you are watching us on some sort of screen right now, like maybe a desktop or a laptop, or maybe you've got one of those really fancy smart screens, which is wonderful. Please continue to be part of our party in that way. But you also want to be registered and logged in to GiveSmart, which you can either do by opening a separate browser tab and having the bidding adjacent to the streaming, or some people like to actually have a second device, like a phone or a tablet, where you can register into GiveSmart, and then you can bid on one device and watch on the other device, and that can be pretty fun. So make sure that you register for GiveSmart and find our live auction. The entire live auction is open, and we are having a real live auction in just a few minutes, which means if you want something, you've got to be right here with us in order to be successful. And you can probably see that many people are joining us in the chat, like Jake, who says that was awesome. And Jake, we think you're awesome as well. And if you want to be part of this party, we want to have you come join us in the chat. Please join us right here, because we are going to have games and prizes and surprises and giveaways. And in order to be part of all of those things, all you have to do is create a free YouTube account. And YouTube calls its free accounts channels. But don't be nervous. It does not mean that you will be on television. It just means that you have a free YouTube account, which will allow you to join us in the chat, like Alma, who's got that really fun face and says excited, and thank you so much, Alma. We're so glad you're here. And it will also allow you to help win prizes and do fun things. Okay, one final piece of party advice. If at any point you would like some party support, and you just need a little bit of extra party, information, please email us at devo@lifelong.org, devo@lifelong.org, and we will respond to you and tell you what you might need to know about bidding or YouTube or whatever it is that you would like to ask us about. I mean, we are here to help you out. So yes, right, Francis, thank you so much for being ready to help people. We are so grateful. And then I just want to ask all of you, because I can see so many of you are joining us in the chat, and I also want to point out there are 104 screens all gathered together right now, which we assume that there are at least 2 of you behind each of those screens. So there are more than 200 of us all gathered together at this fall feast, this masquerade to support Lifelong, and we are so excited to have so many of us all in one place at one time. And yes, congrats on the pie, Brett, very nicely done. While you are all here with us, and you can see that people are using emojis, well, I would like to ask all of you to be ready to use those emojis with clapping and cheering, because we have so many exciting people that are here with us. And in fact, the exciting people that we want to tell you about are the drivers who are now on their way. The delivery drivers for the Dessert Dash have headed out. They are on their way. Thank you, delivery drivers. And if you could give our amazing delivery drivers a round of applause. Yes, and so many of you are doing such a great job. Yes, applause and hearts and happy faces are the right way to go, because now I know that many of you and us are longtime friends and supporters of Lifelong and have a really good sense of the incredible work and the really important work that's been happening, especially in these last months. But we are also assuming that some of you are joining us for the first time. And so we wanted to show you some of what our team has been doing. So here is a little bit about our work. Please give a warm virtual round of applause to our Lifelong team, and check this out.
Lifelong exists to make sure that no one faces illness and injustice alone. When we first started out 35 years ago, folks were facing the AIDS epidemic, and they were facing not only illness, but the injustice that came with it, the stigma, the barriers to care. And so the community came together and not only provided that compassionate and support, but fought for people's rights. And so over time, that model grew and grew, and now we're able to do that same thing with people who have all kinds of different needs all across the state. As we move into the future with Lifelong, I'm really excited about the work we've done to clarify our mission and to really look at our impact across all of the different areas where we help. I think that's just a huge opportunity for us to expand our impact and be able to better serve the community. And that's what we're going to continue to do, learn from the community about their needs and make sure that we're there alongside them fighting for their right to live a healthy life.
And thank you again, Claire. And so many people are sending love and support and hearts and smiley faces and clapping. And yes, drivers, please drive safely. You can dash, but dash within all of the appropriate traffic laws. That's what we would like. Okay. While the drivers are on their way and we are all here together, there are a few more things that we are going to do. And right now, we are going to play our very first party game because it is a masquerade. And so we are going to play the emoji game. We are calling this the emoji game, and you will need to have full control of your emojis if you want to be successful in this game. We are going to give away a $50 gift certificate to Poquitos Restaurant right now, in moments. So if you'd like to win a $50 Poquitos Restaurant gift certificate, simply be ready to play our emoji game, and it's very easy. This is how it works. We are going to show you an emoji right here in just a moment, and the first person to correctly put that emoji into the chat will win the $50 gift certificate. Are you ready to play the emoji game? All you must do is find the right emoji, and the emoji is... Of course, it is the chicken. Can you find the chicken? The first person to find the chicken will... Yo, Stephanie, you are so fast. Yes, you have won. Congratulations. Oh, and Kim and Allie and Shelly, you're all very, very well done. And Allie, that's actually an egg, but well done anyway. Yes, Kayla, I'm impressed. Yes. Okay, and any chicken will do. Very nicely done, and we will be playing... we will continue to play this game in just a few minutes. There will be more opportunities, so don't go far from your emojis. But we are also going to play another game, and this is a game that we are calling Spot the Chicken. And the way it will work is this: if you spot this chicken at any time from now on, only this chicken only, not that chicken. Not that chicken. This chicken right here. This chicken right here. If you spot the chicken at any time, be the first person to put the chicken into the emoji. And it's okay if you do the white chicken or the rooster. We will accept either, I'm just going to say. If you put this chicken into the chat, then you will be entered into our Spot the Chicken drawing, which will happen at the end of our masquerade. And the winners, and there will be 2 winners of the Spot the Chicken game, will each receive an Andre Ferrianti CD and a $50 gift certificate to a local restaurant. So at any time, and if you just spot not that chicken, but if you spot this chicken right here, spot this chicken right here, and this is your first opportunity to spot the chicken right now, the first person who will be in our Spot the Chicken game. Yes, Chris, you're in, exactly. So Chris, very, very well done. Nicely, and all of you are playing exactly right. So keep your eyes out for the chicken that is actually here in the studio. None of the other chickens work in our show, and you will be able to win our prize. And then I do want to tell you about one other very fun game. And yes, you are all doing this very well. Megan, Max, Eve, Court, yes, you have found the chicken and the rooster, and they both work. Alma, that won't count. You can't accept that one. I'm sorry. But nicely played. Nora, do we accept the turkey? Ooh, man, I need somebody on the lifelong. I want you to make that call. Will we accept turkeys? I just want to know. And so there is one other very fun thing that is happening right now, which is we are having a costume contest. Perhaps you are aware. No, Lifelong says the turkey is not a chicken, it is a turkey, and so it must be the chicken. It is either, I think we're going to accept the rooster or the chicken, but not the turkey. You can't just do any edible bird. Exactly. That's right, Lifelong. Okay, so, And so, no, Chris, no. My daughters would be so sad. And so the costume contest is happening right now, and there are also prizes associated with the costume contest. There will be 2 prizes, and if you would like to vote, you can do so right now by clicking on the link that you will find right here in the chat. And oh gosh, Kayla. And you can vote on the top 2 right there. You can see it on our top 2 costume contest winners. One winner will be for the human in the best costume, and the other winner will be for the animal friend in the best costume. The human who is in the best costume will win at the end of our gala this evening a Tito's vodka drink package valued at $50, and the 4-legged or other legged animal friend in the best costume will receive a $50 Mud Bay gift certificate, which is the place that our animal friends love to go for their treats. So, if you please vote on our costumes, and we will find a winner a little bit later this evening. And we are so grateful to all of you. No, Vincent, no pigs. That doesn't work. Chickens. Oh my goodness. Vincent even helped plan this party, and he knows. So now that we are playing Spot the Chicken, we are so glad that you are here and you're helping with our costume contest. It is now my great pleasure to welcome 2 more amazing members of the Lifelong community. They are fierce advocates for this organization and are such a huge part of gathering us all here this evening. Would you please welcome, and actually I have to say, one of these people is our board auction co-chair along with his wife, Kira. And last year, they purchased the trip to Mexico during the Summer Supper. And while they were in Mexico on that trip, they got married, which means that our event was instrumental in fostering love, which we are so grateful. And so, would you please welcome the chair of our board, Bela Biro, and our board auction chair, Chris Wynn. Bela and Chris, welcome, and how are you?
Thank you so much, and thanks to everybody for being here. And hey, Chris, I got to tell you, you're looking awfully great this evening. Nice costume, my friend.
Bela, thank you so much. You're not looking too bad yourself. Quite handsome.
Thanks very much, and thanks again to everybody for being here. Especially give a nod to my board friends and colleagues that work all year long and that are attendance this evening, and to our new Chief Executive Officer, Claire Neal, that joined us right in the middle of a pandemic and is leading the organization to greatness. Looking forward to what she's going to be doing in the future for our communities and for the organization. And with that, I'll be quiet and hand it off to my friend and colleague, Mr. Chris Wynn.
Well, thank you so much, Bela. I wanted to, of course, thank all the members, all the volunteers, and the people that make this organization work. Thank you to all the people that are in attendance today, both old and new, and to the community that we serve. Coming together means so much to everyone, especially during this time. You know, as the saying goes, there really is only 6 degrees of separation, and you just never know the actions you take today and the lives that you affect, the ripple effect that comes from that for generations to come. So thank you so much for everything that you do and all your kind of volunteer work, donations, sponsors, all the love that we have in this room today. With that, I think we want to high five it back to Ian. So let's go ahead and pass it on back.
Thank you, Bela and Chris. And I mean, if you're wearing those beautiful, beautiful face masks, then I just thought maybe I would try one. Although I have to admit, yours are far more elegant. Although I do, these are very fun. So thank you. Yes, and you're all playing, and you all see that this is happening. Very, very nicely done. And so as Bela and Chris were saying, there are so many friends that are part of our community, and particularly, we want to thank the amazing sponsors who have made this evening possible and have been such strong supporters of Lifelong. So, would you give our sponsors a big round of applause? Delta Airlines and Swedish Medical Center and GSBA. Thank you so much to our sponsors. Next Dever, Seattle Gay Scene. We are so grateful. Tito's Vodka. Thank you so much. And Merlino Foods. Would you give all of our sponsors, like Lauren is giving you huge round of applause. And yes, Techi and Kathy and Merlino. Yes, thank you, sponsors. We could not do it without you. We couldn't do it without you. That's just how it is. Thank you so much. And speaking of Tito's, I just want to point out that that there are Tito's has been helping us in many ways, including they offered some cocktails this evening, which I know some of you perhaps received earlier today, like a little fancy cocktail kit. And to help you put that cocktail kit together, we have two people who agreed to demonstrate this cocktail. So, would you please give a huge round of applause to the two people who are going to make Plums Up for 2020, our Director of Engagement, Sage Fitzpatrick, and our Director of the Chicken Soup Brigade, Kayla Nickerson. Sage and Kayla, hi, how are you? Welcome.
Thank you so much, Ian. We are coming to you live from the Chicken Soup Brigade kitchen, where all the magic happens. My name is Sage Fitzpatrick. I'm the Director of Engagement, and this is...
Hi, I'm Kayla. I'm the Director of CFC. So, as Sage said, we're in the Chicken Soup Brigade kitchen. This year, we were able to nearly double our production of medically tailored meals and serve nearly double the amount of clients as in 2019, all in the face of COVID. So, big thank you to all of you for supporting us and doing that, and for your support just always. So, we are here to show you how to make our signature cocktail, which is sponsored by
Tito's Vodka.
So, very important part of the cocktail. So, Sage has already filled up a glass of ice. She is now going to take plum shrub, 2 ounces of plum shrub.
And what is our signature cocktail name this year?
Oh, yes, it is Plums Up to 2020. So, she's pouring 2 ounces of that over ice, and then I'm going to pour 1.5 ounces of vodka, Tito's, over that ice as well. We're going to top that with some soda water. And we're going to finish that off with a orange garnish.
Wonderful. Thank you all for coming tonight and joining us. We are so proud to be part of this community, and we appreciate your support. Cheers to a wonderful evening, and around. Cheers, Ian. Take it away.
Thank you.
Cheers to Sage and Kayla. We're so grateful. Oh, really good. Yeah. Thank you so much. You guys are getting really good at the emojis, I gotta say. So please enjoy, and thank you so much to Tito's. We're so grateful. And I just want to say that it takes... Yes, and also, before we go on, can you just give a huge cheers to the entire Lifelong team who has been so dedicated, I mean, really working very hard, harder than ever in these times. And so tonight, as Claire was saying earlier, it is a night to celebrate and have a little bit of fun because it has been a lot of work recently. So to the Lifelong team, everyone who's been working so hard, we are so impressed and grateful, and people are giving you so much support. It's happening right here. Yes, crowns and clapping and champagne and all the good things we wish to you and for all the work you've been doing. So in just a moment, we are going to begin our live auction. And I want to just remind you that the live auction is going to happen in GiveSmart, and people are bidding. And if you would like something in the live auction, now is a very good time to make an initial bid because we are about to go into the live part of our live auction. But before we do, there is one other person who has been one of the longest and just most incredible friends and supporters of Lifelong. And it is a person who truly believes that food is medicine. And I know that she wanted to come and say a word to us because she's actually one of the founders of the Summer Supper, of the original founders of this event. I am, of course, talking about the inimitable Kathy Alvord Gerlich. Kathy, are you there? Are you still with us? Kathy, hello?
Hi, everyone, and welcome to October Feast Masquerade, a party to celebrate the good work of Lifelong, but COVID style. I am Kathy Alvord-Gerlich, and I have been donating to Lifelong since the days of the Northwest AIDS Foundation and the Chicken Soup Brigade. I don't remember how I discovered those organizations back then, but I do remember being struck by the importance of delivering food to people who, for various reasons, couldn't get out and get food for themselves. Lifelong continues to deliver food to those people today, 35 years later. They have expanded their scope and the number of illnesses they serve, but they are still driven by the health needs of the marginalized in the community. They prepare and deliver healthy meals specific to the individual needs of their clients. Since COVID, we have all experienced a big change in the way we get our food. Grocery stores are out of our favorite brands. They change their hours. Their lines are crazy long in space, so there is no chatting with your neighbors, and on and on and on. But at the end of the day, we have our food. The people Lifelong supports are homeless or homebound, chronically ill, marginalized, and poverty-stricken. At the end of their day, they would not have food without Lifelong, and certainly not delicious food prepared for their personal health needs. Getting nutritious food to people in need is something I believe in. I'm happy to continue supporting Lifelong and happy to be a part of this evening. A big thank you to Lifelong and to you all for joining us tonight. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you, Kathy. We are so grateful for all of your support. Yes, and people are giving you huge rounds of applause and saying how much they appreciate you in our chat, and we are so grateful. Yes, exactly. So thank you so much to Kathy Alvord-Gerlich. And now it is time for us to move into our live auction. Now, our live auction is going to happen in a little bit of a different way than it has in the past. And the live auction is going to happen in groups. So our first group of live auction items will include items 1, 2, and 3. Item 1, 2, and 3 will close simultaneously. So if you want, and I see that you're putting the chicken, but there's no chicken. It only counts if it's the chicken in the studio, not the chicken in the live auction. But I know what you're seeing. The gold chicken is not part of it. Yes, you don't, just in case. I see. You know what? That's fine. And Michael, if you want to put the flamingo, that's lovely. It's great, just in case. Hey, all right now, but don't be so focused on your chickens that you forget about your live auction items, because here they come. Items 1, 2, and 3 are all going to close simultaneously in just about 2 minutes. You want to make bids right now, and I can tell you that Eve, you are currently the top bidder on item number 1, and Andy, you are currently the top bidder on item number 2, and Alex, you are currently the top bidder on the item number 3. So I just want to tell you that you have 2 minutes to go to make a bid in our live auction right now, and the Echoes Through the Canyon is Brandy Carlisle, Sheryl Crow, and Yola at the Gorge, and it's got it's got wine tasting, and you get to stay at Cave B, all kinds of amazing things. Our second live auction item is Luxury and Nature of Yum Balam, which is that incredible trip to Mexico. And if you'd like to go for 6 days and 5 nights, this would be a great opportunity for you. And the Glampcation is that third one with the Westy camper van for 2 nights. So I can see that people are bidding furiously. Eve, you've only got 90 seconds to go right now on our first round of live auction items, and Sage is currently the top bidder on item number 2, going to Mexico. And Alex has got the Glampcation. But if you want to outbid them, now is your chance. And I also want to remind you that you can use, Rick just got in on item number 1. Nicely bid, Rick, on that Echoes Through the Canyon. If you want to use your auto bid, it will allow the software to bid for you up to your predetermined highest amount. So make sure that you check your auto bid, because that will help you win. You've got 1 minute to go. This is your final opportunity to make a bid in items 1, 2, and 3. So Eve, you're currently the top bidder on item number 1. And Andy is now the top bidder on that Mexico trip. Nicely bid, Andy. And Alex, you're on the Glampcation. You've only got 45 seconds remaining. If you would like, whoa, Eve, you're, okay, so I can see that Eve has her auto bid turned on because it keeps pushing her up. And if you are trying to outbid Eve, all you have to do is keep pushing up to find out where her auto bid runs out. Rick, you made it to the top. Nicely done. Echoes Through the Canyon is going to Rick. Steven, you've got that Mexico trip. Alex, you're going on the Glampcation. You've only got 30 seconds seconds remaining. Chris comes in on that trip to Mexico. Looks like a first anniversary might be on Chris's mind. And Rick, you've got the Echoes Through the Canyon. Nicely, nicely done. You've only got 20 seconds to go. Alex, you've got that glampcation. Yes, exactly, Jacob. 30 seconds. That's it. And if you've got, Chris has got number 2. Rick's on number 1, but you still have 25 seconds to go. You've got, okay, Rick, you've got the Echoes Through the Canyon. You get to go to the gorge. And Andy just, oh, sorry, Chris. Andy just outbid you on that trip to Mexico. If you're hoping that that first anniversary is going to be really, really special, Chris, you got to come back really quick. Alex, you've got the glampcation. You've only got 10 seconds remaining right now to make a bid. In our first, Chris came back on item number 2. Very nicely bid, Chris. And Rick, you've got the Echoes Through the Canyon. You've still got 10 seconds. Yes, time went by, but so many people are bidding, so I'm going to keep giving you 10 seconds, but you don't have much time. And Rick, you've got item number 1. Andy, you've got item number 2. And Alex, you've got item number 3, but you only have 9 seconds to go. This is your final chance to make a bid on our first round of live auction items. 8, 7, 6, make one final bid if you'd like to go. 5, 4, Rick, you're in the lead on number 1. Chris, you're in the lead on number 2. Alex, you're in the lead on number 3. 4, 3, last chance to make a bid right now, and sold! Congratulations, nicely, nicely done. Very, very good bidding, nicely done to everyone. We are so impressed, and I have some very, very good news. Avery, well played. The good news is this. So Rick, you were the top bidder on that amazing Echoes Through the Canyon, but we are able to sell a second Echoes Through the Canyon to our second highest bidder. So if you are the second highest bidder, and I'm thinking someone's going to tell me now who that was, Eve, you're the second highest bidder at $1,500. And if you would like, we will give you the first opportunity on the Echoes Through the Canyon to purchase that item at $1,500. So Eve, if you want that, just let us know in the chat or send us an email, because we would like to give you that opportunity first before we open it up to anybody else. At $1,500 for you, Eve, it's yours if you let us know. Yes! With many exclamation points. Thank you, Eve. Very nicely done. And you are... You get to go as well. So congratulations. Nicely, nicely done. Now, I want to remind everyone, because you guys are really fast on the draw for those chickens. So well done, Eve. I want to remind everyone that the costume contest is going to close in just a moment or two. And remember that somebody is going to be able to take that Tito's vodka package, and somebody else is going to, a friend, a smaller friend, an animal friend, is going to be able to get that Mud Bay gift certificate. So please go make a bid, not a bid, just a vote. Go put your heart right on one of those costumes. Tell us which one. And you are allowed to vote more than once, I believe. So go and vote on the costume that you think should win, because we are going to close the costume contest in just a few minutes. Now, we are going to go on to our second round of live auction items, and now you see how it works. We're going to go on to items... but it's not illegal. I see. It yells at you when you try to vote more than once, but it's not illegal like other voting that could happen more than once. Yes. Before we go on to our second round of live auction items, there is another person who is such a huge supporter of Lifelong and has so generously contributed to our auction this year and in past years. Coming to us from Capitol Hill, would you please welcome the one and only incredible artist, Steve Jensen. Steve, how are you?
Hi, I'm Steve Jensen. Feeding people with chronic illnesses is an extremely noble task. Thank you for your support of Lifelong.
And Steve, thank you very much. And I just have to say, when my first daughter was born, Steve and Vincent, by the way, is a huge part of making this evening possible. Steve and Vincent gifted my daughter this piece, which is really lovely, and it usually is above her bed. But I thought I would bring it and just show you, like, these pieces of art are so, so incredible. So thank you for your contribution, Steve. And if you want this amazing piece, Alex is currently the top bidder, but There's your chicken. And so thank you, Steve and Vincent. And here we go. If you would like to make a bid in our second round of live auction items, then your chance is now. You have 2 minutes to go to make a bid in our second round of live auction items, which includes number 4, which is the private rose garden dinner. And Clyde, you get to go with 5 friends. The Bankies are going to welcome you to their incredible house, and you're going to have food and wine. It's going to be amazing. And the Capitol Hill package, which is Steve, will give you that beautiful piece of art and a private tour for 4 with Taylor shellfish appetizers and delicious things. And item number 6, which is the Fire It Up glass and the Fired Up glass art and class. You get to go to the Chihuly Glass and Garden, and it's really going to be amazing. And item number 7, the Romantic Weekend and Chef's Dinner. Now, this one is truly awesome. You get to go on a chef's tour of Pike Place Market and stay at the Inn at the Market with a custom gift basket. I mean, it's going to be super, super romantic and lovely. So, if you would like to make a bid on any one of our remaining live auction items, 4, 5, 6, or 7. Now is your chance. Timothy, you are currently got the Banky dinner in the private rose garden. And Alex, you are going to be going to Capitol Hill with Steve and Vincent and seeing their incredible loft and workspace and getting the piece of art. And Alex, you get to fire it up with the glass art and class. And Catherine, nicely done on the romantic weekend. Now you only have 90 seconds to go. If you would like to make a bid right now, remember, auto bid will be your friend. It will help you be successful. Timothy, very nicely done on the Rose Garden dinner. And Alex, you're currently in the lead on Capitol Hill. And Alex is also in the lead on the art class. Alex must be a connoisseur of art because he is currently, or she, Alex, I'm not sure if you're a she or a he or whatever you prefer in pronouns. Whoever you are liking art because you have got both of the art items right now. Catherine, you have the romantic weekend dinner. You only have just over 1 more minute to go. So if you'd like to make a bid, now is your chance. Timothy has that Rose Garden dinner. Alex, you've got the Capitol Hill. Alex, you've also got the Fire It Up. And Catherine, you've got the romantic weekend and the chef's tour. If anybody else wants to get in, now is your time on our second round of live auction items. And I can see that, yes, the time is running through the hourglass quickly. You only have 45 seconds to go. Timothy, nicely done on that Banky dinner. I am certain that the Bankies are going to feed you incredibly, incredibly well. I just want to point that out. And it looks like, Alex, you're still in good shape on that evening at Capitol Hill. Alex is also in good shape with the glass. And it looks like, Catherine, you have the romantic dinner. You've only got 20 seconds to go. If anybody else wants to get in and outbid Timothy or Alex or Catherine, Carrie just came in on that glass. Oh, very nicely done, Carrie. And you've got 25 seconds to go. I don't know if I already said that, but that's what I'm going to decide right now. And Carrie, nicely bid. Timothy, you've still got that dinner with the Bankies. And Alex, you've still got the Capitol Hill. Catherine, you're in good shape on the romantic weekend. And you've got 20 seconds remaining. Make your final bids right now. And Carrie's in good shape, and Alex and Timothy and Catherine, you've got 15 seconds right now. And if you'd like to, Carrie, you're good. Alex, Timothy, Catherine, very last chance to make a bid. Go to Cap Hill. Go to the Rose Garden. Go to a class in Chihuly Garden and Glass. Do a romantic weekend. It's an opportunity to support Lifelong. You've got 10 seconds remaining to make one final bid. Timothy, you are still in that private Rose Garden. Oh, Alex just made a bid. I see somebody's trying to upbid Alex on that Capitol Hill, but his auto bid or her or their auto bid kicked in. And Carrie, you're still fine on that art class. And it looks like Catherine is doing well as well. So doing well also. And you've got 10 seconds to go. Alex, nicely done on the glass, and I can see that Alex is trying to bid on 2 at once. Very difficult, but well done. Ron, I'm going to give Alex an extra second to come back and check on the Capitol Hill because Ron just outbid you, Alex. I'm so sorry. Timothy, nicely done on the private Rose Garden. Catherine, you're in good shape on the romantic chef's weekend. And so now you've got 5, 4. Alex, if you wanted to come back on the evening on Capitol Hill, this is your chance. You've got the other. And Timothy, you're in good shape. And you've got 4 seconds to go. 3 seconds to go. 1 second remaining. And sold! Congratulations. Nicely done. Timothy, you are the top bidder on the Rose Garden. And Alex, very last second on that evening with Vincent and Steve. And Alex also nicely done with the art class. And Catherine, the romantic weekend. Very nice. Whoa. I have wonderful news. Wonderful news. Okay, so Alex, you were successful in purchasing item number 5. the amazing opportunity to hang out with Steve and Vincent, and I'll tell you their place is incredible, it'll blow your mind, and have art. And Vincent and Steve are offering to do a second evening on Capitol Hill. And so Ron Taylor, if you would like, Vincent and Steve, we are so grateful to them. They are offering, you can do it at your bid of $15.50. If you would like, just let us know, Ron, in the chat, or send us an email, and we will offer that opportunity to you. And we are so grateful to Vincent Leip and Steve Jensen for their support. So Ron, you just tell us what you want to do, and then we will we'll make it happen for you. Whew. Congratulations to everyone who was successful in our live auction. We are so, so grateful. And okay, good. And then I also want to just say that the silent auction is still open. So don't be worried, because the silent auction has beautiful, wonderful things, and they are still open. And so and they will be open until midnight this evening. So tonight at midnight, you will be able to purchase items in our silent auction. So please, please check those out. Now, this evening, of course, is about fun and celebrating and being a little silly and, things that we like to do, like, our chicken game, of course, like this chicken game right here. I don't know somebody, great. Thank you, Ron, by the way, congratulations. Yes, thank you for purchasing that other evening with Vincent and Steve. But tonight is also about supporting the incredibly important work of Lifelong. And as we've mentioned, we have been doing a lot of work, and we want to just invite you to be part of this community and to support the work at Lifelong. And if you can make a contribution, we ask you to do so. People are already raising the paddle. Like Carol, thank you so, so much for your generosity. And we do have a very big goal of raising $50,000 during our Raise the Paddle. And if you can make a contribution at any level, and thank you, Megan, like you could do one of these levels, 15 or 5 or 2,500 or 1,000 or 500 or 250 or 100 or $50 or any amount that works. We would ask you to do that right inside GiveSmart. And as you are considering what kind of generosity you might be able to show to Lifelong this evening, we wanted to just show you some of what has been going on, especially during these most challenging times. So we are going So we are going to show you just a little bit of what we've been doing to support our community during this time. Please check it out.
Ever since I was a little kid, I think growing up in the 70s, it started with comic books. I used to go to the little neighborhood 7-Eleven store when I was a kid and buy a little 35-cent comic. It just kind of stuck with me. I've always liked that genre. I like the fact that in the end, the hero, wins the day over evil no matter what. That's always kind of stuck with me. So my kids, my family gives me a bad time, but I don't care. That's my thing. That's why I love Superman. So I'm a Christian. Superman and Jesus Christ are both powerful beings who, even though all that power, they're willing to serve others and put others in front of themselves. They're sacrificial, and they're humble, and they show grace. And so that has always stuck with me. God, with Lifelong, I found an organization where I can help others, and I looked at their website and I saw what their philosophy was, what their goals, and they had a delivery route here in the Auburn area that I guess they had not been filled for many years. They always had to have their staff do it. So I was like, sign me up, So I started doing it right after I retired, and been doing it ever since. About 3.5 years now. So most of the stops I have are they range from 6 to 10 or so. Right now I'm at 10 clients stops, and that's about all I can do right now because my back of my backseat of my car is full of food. So I feel like I've been out here in the Auburn area for a long time, but working with Lifelong, I feel like I'm even more ingrained in the community. And there's a lot of people in this community who are, on the brink. So it's nice knowing that you're able to help. Sorry, you're able to help them out. So yeah, it's good.
Volunteers are the lifeblood of Lifelong. We could not do the work we do without volunteers. They are integral to every single aspect of our work. They're helping us load the grocery bags, they're helping us prepare the food, they're helping us make sure that the right food gets to the right people, they're driving to people's houses, and they're providing that personal connection to really make sure that not only are we providing nutritious meals, but we're providing that care and support and that connection to the community that's so important when you're homebound. Lifelong started out serving the community of folks living with HIV, but over time what we realized is that we really had to take an approach where we focused on the social determinants of health. We had to look at people comprehensively and really address all of their needs, and we've been very successful in doing that with HIV. And so we had this model that worked really well, and so what we saw is that we could expand that model and start to serve other communities. So now we're serving folks with kidney disease, cancer, all kinds of different illnesses, and really helping them to have that same comprehensive model of support. With COVID, all of the health inequities that we saw in the past have only been magnified. So we're seeing that communities that really needed our support before need our support even more now. Going before COVID hit, we had about 30 drivers who were volunteering, working really hard, meeting the need, and the community answered in full force. We were able to increase the number of drivers all the way up to 100, which was just never heard of before. And that's one of the things I just love about Lifelong is that this, not just the organization, but the entire community gets involved in making sure that people have access and opportunity to live their healthiest lives.
Chicken Soup Brigade is one of the only medically tailored meals providers in the Pacific Northwest. Our meals are all prepared fresh from scratch here in the kitchen. They're portioned really carefully by our wonderful volunteers who help us out in the kitchen, by all of the kitchen staff. All of the grocery bags have enough product so that clients can make 7 nutritious meals at home when they receive the bags. We find that there is a connection between food and health. And we know that the food that we're providing is incredibly important for people who are living with chronic illnesses. The research shows that when people have nutritious meals, medically tailored meals, their health improves. Their readmission rates into the hospital decrease. Their visits to the emergency room decrease. We also know that food is a tool of prevention. So if people have access to really nutritious foods, they can live long, healthy lives and may not develop diet-related diseases that so many people in America are experiencing.
The world we're living in now, with this pandemic, there's more people hurting. There's some of the people I'm delivering food to now are living in communities that in Auburn that are, kind of almost like middle-class communities. Then you realize, they've lost their jobs. They're struggling. They need that help. And so knowing that you're able to provide that extra, so they're not losing their rent, losing their home and stuff like that, and that extra food and stuff. It's a vital, it's an essential service that we're providing for this whole community, this whole Puget Sound area. I think the world would be is a lot better place if everybody would just, kind of think about others. And I'm not talking about just doing it for your immediate circle. I'm talking about people you don't know, where doing things for folks where you're not going to get anything back. You're not expecting anything back in return. You just know that you're doing something that's helping somebody else. I think it's important for everybody in this world to give back. I feel like if you've been blessed, you need to be a blessing.
James, you are the superhero. As so many people are saying, we are so grateful for the work that you do. It's about your volunteer hours connecting this community right to those people in our bigger community that need our support. And as you said, you've lived in your neighborhood for so long, and now you're even more connected with people. And we're so grateful for your dedication because you make it possible for all of us to work together to provide medically nutritious and appropriate meals to the people who need them most. So thank you. And so many of you are being so generous in our Raise the Paddle. And we want to ask you if you could do it right now to support this work at any one of these levels, at maybe 15,000 or 5,000 or 2,500 or 1,000 or 500 or 250 or 100. And Merlin, thank you. And Vincent, thank you so much. We're so grateful. And whoa, somebody, thank you for that incredible gift of $4,000. Whoever you are, we're so grateful. And Kristen, thank you. And Sally, thank you. And Max, thank you. If you could contribute $15,000, that would help us to create culturally relevant meals for people, because we want to expand so that we have more Latinx and East African recipes that are appropriate, and that's part of what we do at Lifelong. If you could help us with $5,000, that helps us to provide home essential kits, which are cleaning supplies and gloves and hand sanitizers, and we are one of the only agencies that provide these kinds of things for free to our clients, and we would love your help. And thank you so much, Stephanie. We're so grateful. And Christinelle Coronado, thank you. We're so grateful. And Heather, thank you. You are amazing. We're so grateful. Thank you. Oh my gosh. And Danielle, thank you. And if you could help us with $1,000, one of the things that we do, everyone deserves to have a birthday. And Courtney and Ira Gerlich, thank you so much for your incredible generosity of $5,000. We are so grateful. Thank you. I was just talking about birthdays because people want to celebrate their birthday. And one of the things we do at Lifelong is we help on people's birthdays bring them a birthday treat. And if you could help us with $1,000, that helps us to bring a birthday cake to everyone that we serve on their birthday. Any amount that is possible for you, we would be so grateful. We are almost halfway to our goal of $50,000. We would love your support in getting all the way to this goal. And Peregrine, thank you. And Megan, thank you so much. We are so grateful. If you can help us with anything towards this goal of $50,000. Noreen, thank you. We're so grateful. Thank you. And I just want to mention that we really want to thank the Gates Foundation also is helping us. We're so grateful for their incredible support. Thank you. And to First Security Bank for your incredible, yes, First Security Bank, thank you. We're so grateful for your help. We are at $23,000 on our way to $50,000. If you can help us with any amount. Whoa, thank you so much to Lee. We're so grateful. Thank you. And Andrew, thank you. If you can help us with you can put in any number that works for you, one of these numbers, or if you have a special number that means something special to you, like maybe you want to put in the year of your birth, like you want to put in 19 something, whatever it might be. We won't call you on it, but if that was the number you wanted to put in, we would be so grateful. And Shelly, thank you so much for your generosity. And I also just want to say, if you could help us with $25, we're going to do something really special, which is we're going to give you a mask that says food is medicine, and we're also going to gift a mask to someone who needs it in our community that says food is medicine. So every $25 gift, you get a mask, and we're going to gift a mask to one of our clients or other people that need one of those masks. So if you'd like a food is medicine mask, please consider contributing $25. We're so grateful to all of you. To Allie, thank you so much for your generosity. And Eric, thank you for your generosity. Thank you. To all of these. And May, thank you. May and Vincent, yes, thank you. And I'll tell you, actually, there's two other people who are such longtime supporters of Lifelong who actually want to talk to us right now. And I'm supposed to tell you that they are some of the earliest advocates, and you're here with, this is amazing. We're so grateful that you're here. Carl and Renee Banky, are you with us? Hello, Carl and Renee.
So thank you
Welcome.
very much, Ian. It is always a pleasure to support Lifelong and the great work, and especially this year with COVID and all of the extra work that they've had to do, feeding so many more people and supplying all of the food to people and delivering it. So thank you to all the volunteers, and thank you to all of you that are here tonight. And we encourage you to give as much as you possibly can.
Do I get to?
Yeah.
I get to jump in. I think this has been one of those events that everybody looks forward to because it's a fun event. And this year has been a difficult year for everybody. Carl and I gave money early to Lifelong, and we want to raise the paddle tonight for another $15,000 so that we can encourage everybody to do the same. I think when you hear that there are over 100 people driving around this city delivering food and fresh groceries, it really makes you realize how important Lifelong is to everybody. I just think that the whole group is excited about the opportunity, and we look forward to the COVID issue being gone. We didn't wear a mask tonight, but I hope everybody else is.
But we're in our home, so it's all right.
Sorry.
So good luck. Have a wonderful, wonderful event. And we encourage all of you to give as much as you possibly can for this important endeavor and for all of the money that Lifelong needs. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Carl and Renee. We are overwhelmed by your ongoing incredible support of Lifelong. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I can tell you that they just put $15,000 into our thermometer. And Dwight, thank you so much. And to the Bankies, thank you, thank you. And Sage, thank you for your incredibly generous gift. We are so grateful. We are at $41,610 on the way towards our $50,000 goal. We would really, really love to get all the way to $50,000 this evening, if at all possible. Please, if you can help us, we would love it. And this is actually a really great opportunity to mention one other thing that is related to the Banky family, because every year we, during this event, give the Ned Banky Leadership Award. And Ned, of course, was Carl's brother. This is an award that we give to a member of our community who has gone above and beyond fulfilling Lifelong's mission. And during this pandemic, we have received more and more requests for medically tailored meals and groceries than ever before in the past. And honestly, we would not have been able to get all of the food and meals to the people who need them without the support of this year's honoree, because their gift was exactly what we needed, exactly when we needed it. We are so excited to announce this year's winner of the Ned Banky Award is Merlino Foods. Thank you, Merlino Foods. And Todd, we are so glad to have you here to receive this award. So this is our Ned Banky Award. And Todd, if you would please take this award, we would love to give it to you. Here it is.
Thank you, Ian, and thank you, Lifelong. It's our privilege to partner with Lifelong in helping out our communities. Early on in the pandemic, I had a lot of extra man hours and we didn't have a lot to do, and we reached out to the city of Seattle, told them that we had opportunities. I was connected with David at Lifelong, and we were put in connection, and then we started to deliver their products for your services and meals to your partners. We did this for probably a month or so, and then we had the opportunity to have a conversation, and David had mentioned at the time, or I asked why they needed our services, and he told us their truck had been T-boned and probably put out of commission for good. As luck had it, we had a truck. I had 2 or 3 that I was getting ready to thin from my fleet. They were still serviceable, but I didn't need them. And it just seemed like a great opportunity to help out a really, really strong organization that needed the help. So we're super happy to do it. My drivers that delivered for Lifelong, that did the runs for them, loved it. They loved the opportunities. They loved the people they met. So again, thank you. And we're happy to be a partner with you. Back to you, Ian.
Thank you so much, Todd. Thank you, Merlino Foods. And I just want to say that the entire Lifelong team sends you their deepest thanks. Here is everyone in the warehouse, and they are just sending love to Merlino Foods. We really could not have done it without you. So thank you. And we are so honored to give you the Ned Banky Leadership Award this year. And to everyone else, this is, we are almost to the end of our masquerade. However, there are just a couple of important things to do. And I just want to mention that we are at almost $42,000 in our Raise the Paddle. And we would love, if there's any way, to get $8,000 more and reach 50. That is our goal. We would love to get there. If you can help us, there's still moments to do so. And while you are doing that, and we are so grateful, there are some winners in this evening's costume contest. There are some winners in this evening's costume contest, and we're gonna just tell you who those winners are right now. And yes, Shelly, well done. The $50 Mud Bay gift certificate, which will be going to our best dressed pet masquerade attendee, is going to it's freaking bats. I love Halloween. Nicely done, Donuts and Charlie S. Oh wow, you yes, extremely well costumed pups. There they are, two bats in a cave all together, and you will be your owner will be receiving a $50 gift certificate to Mud Bay to take you on a very treat of an evening, and also the individual masquerade winner is, for the $50 gift certificate, this is the Tito's vodka drink package worth $50, and it is going to Alma G, the Wits, and Jesse, who are Toy Story. Oh, and oh my gosh, yes, Buzz, you definitely win. Very nicely done. And thank you all for being part of our masquerade. And I know that so many of you are now thinking about the chickens. You are thinking about the chickens, and you are thinking about who is going to win our Spot the Chicken game. And that chicken doesn't count because that's just the chicken mask, although you're all doing very well. So here's what we have done. We have used a random number generator in the Lifelong backstage. I have nothing to do with this. And we have selected from one of the people who successfully put the chicken in when it was the appropriate time. So, are you ready to reveal the winner? Okay, I'm glad you are. The winner of the Spot the Chicken game, the first winner of the Spot the Chicken game, who will receive the $50 gift card to and the Andre Ferrianti CD is Eve Fordyce. You are the first winner. Eve, congratulations for playing so successfully and for being chicken with us. And the second winner, who will receive a $50 gift certificate and the Andre Ferrianti gift. Yes, Eve, congratulations. The second winner is Keithan Spielwagen. Keithan, you are the second winner. And Keithan, we are so grateful to you for being chicken with us as well. Congratulations and nicely played. And now, before we head off into the evening, I want to just remind everyone that right now is a very challenging time in our world. I know you all know that. You don't need reminding. But it is particularly challenging for those who need nutritious, medically appropriate meals. And so, as the demand increases, we would invite you to please continue to help us by visiting our website, lifelong.org, so that you can know what's happening with us. Please consider joining James and becoming a volunteer, because we do need volunteers to continue to deliver all of the meals. And also, if you could consider making a monthly gift, if you made a gift this evening and you might be able to make that gift every month to Lifelong, that goes such a long way to increasing what we know is going to come in and allows us to do programming and plan to feed everyone. We would really, really appreciate it if you could do that. And so I just want to remind you, as you can see, our Raise the Paddle will continue to be open. And the silent auction, so the Raise the Paddle will be open until October 26th at 7 p.m. So approximately 24 hours from now, we will leave the Raise the Paddle open. And if you know anyone who wasn't able to be with us this evening, who might be able to support Lifelong, please invite them to come. We are at $42,000 on the nose, and we would love to have them come and support us, and we will reach that goal of $50,000. And finally, make sure that you check on your silent auction items before midnight tonight, you know, the witching hour, because we will be closing the silent auction at midnight. So make sure you check in on it. Thank you all so much for coming to our Fall Feast Masquerade. We are so, so grateful. We will see you next time at some kind of Summer Supper Fall Feast Masquerade event. We'll be back. Good night and have a wonderful evening. See you soon.